Hello you beautiful people and welcome back to Let's Play Warhammer 40k Inquisitor Prophecy in the next round. We will go, of course, go on with the Prophecy, the Anthema Ultima, and we need to collect something very cool, I hope. Let's see. We need to collect the Ancient Fabricator's Relic, the Crown of Emptiness. Now that Sir Ambrose Caradoc has bravely eliminated the Eldari war machines, I am able to approach the ruined shrine where the long extinct denizens of this planet secured the artifact, although I have no idea how they did so. The Eldari presence is still strong. This battle promises to be a tough one. Well, let's see. The Harlequin, who offered me valuable assistance through this arduous journey, is also here. Considering the nature of these mysterious xenos, I still have an uneasy feeling about their involvement. Alright, let's see what we will have to do. So let's see. As usual, the beautiful animation here, and let's see what we're up to.
We have the up-to-date Arga information. The vicinity of the ruins is swarming with Tuathal Eldari.
At least the Crimson Wanderer took care of the potential reinforcements.
The Elder will pose a considerable threat. Have you thought about deploying Sir Caradoc again?
I cannot risk the safety of the artifact by sending in a war machine, the most devastating weaponry in the entire system.
Noted. The tech priest is trying to scan the area for further information.
I'm on my way to the ruins. Contact when the tech priest is finished with the scans. Cleanse me of my sin.
Okay, we need to be a little bit careful. The first medkit taken. I might have done a little bit of a mistake. I was thinking about actually pulling down the difficulty a little teensy bit, but in the end I think it might be going to work out, I don't know. But with the first I want to say medkit, with the first bloody inoculator already taken, might become a little bit dicey. And these are obviously the few situations where I ain't certain, since this is a campaign mission, whether it would be more useful to die and not waste a inoculator. Well, it doesn't make any difference, does it? If you use it later on, your inoculators which you saved up, or...
You are walking among the bleached bones of civilization that dreamt about your property. How does that feel?
Remarkable. What is more remarkable is that I still have no idea why you're assisting me at all.
Why do you care? I am nothing but the second dark and terrible storm that will one day awaken a god.
If that was meant to reassure you have...
Okay, yes, she maybe, and we should not provoke any more warp anomalies and just safely try to kite them like so. Well, okay, now it's actually going well. Okay, I might not want to engage this little group. Okay, we do it like so. We are going to, first of all, going to the first point, which is straight ahead. So let's go there first, and I should not stand here anymore. Maybe taking cover might be a good option, if I can hit him at all. As long as they're alone with the electroshocks of our little rod there, we can actually bring them down quite easily. Like so. I've overseen a chest for now, but I don't care for now.
I find your stubbornness astonishing, human. You have caused enough pain and suffering already. Whatever is hiding under that force field, it is ours.
Okay, and now we are obviously a little bit in trouble. I should not kite into this direction. Let me get on the right track again. And kite them into, so to say, safety. Trying to get out the firestorms as good as to place them as good as possible, which is not always working out. Doing a little bit of damage here, pulling that one down. Although I'm still, as long as I've already played this class here, I ain't certain if it's actually the right choice to use those storms. Although they were at least one time doing 2000 damage, that ain't that bad, is it? Although with that we have summoned a new enemy with the Guardian there, but only 2 enemies remain.
Area scan completed. Highly irregular energy signature located.
And how does that help me exactly?
The presence of an energy field, evidently generated by Xenos technology, must indicate the location of the relic you seek.
I must be on the right track then.
Yep, at least it seems so. And now we are in big trouble again. The biggest trouble here is the succubus, which are actually quite an annoying enemy, especially if you have lost your not health regeneration but your suppression resistance. These guys are becoming quite nasty. Okay, let's try to focus on her. Whatever the Drukhari are doing here, that is nothing good. The positive part is we have nearly reached a inoculator refill. That of course is helping out immensely. So let's bring this dude down, and these guys are actually for now, so to say, gone. Let's see what this crystal says. Translation protocol Epsilon Echolus or Elucius. Note, the memory crystal is most probably a poem of some sorts, beginning with the praise of the Harlequins, describing them basically as warriors and performers who have no allegiance to any craft or world. They are described as fast, deadly, and very sophisticated creatures with unique grace and emotions that tend to lean towards the extremes. This introduction is followed by a vision-like depiction of a place that bears colossal importance to the Eldari race. Raw transcription of the excerpt. There is a place deep within the maze that spreads between the stars, real space, and the tainted confusion, the warp. In the heart of the living, twisting labyrinth lies the repository of forbidden knowledge, a vast collection of books still unwritten or lost forever or eradicated with extreme prejudice. Here lies the truth and the answer to all our question. Conclusion: this gibberish must be referring to the existence of the Black Library, the sole source of ancient knowledge for the Eldar race. It is supposed to exist in the webway outside of both the real space and the Immaterium. Okay, I thought for a second there might be a little bit of a conversation between our Inquisitor and some one on the ship, but obviously not. You could argue, of course, whether 2 inoculators have been worth the time going there. Okay, now focusing on the warp spider, down it is, and then the plague ridden. Did I call them guardians before? I think so. It's going to be the last enemy coming to be taken down of this little group. Not doing that. Not doing the nasty, mighty little punch. This is a chest worth taking with us. Like so. Did it. Nice. And we have a nasty group again. Nice. 3 ref plates, 4 of them, plus the warp spiders is and a plague ridden. Of course, obviously ain't good, but I need to call one more down. So far, I think this is actually the nastiest group available. And a little bit of a mistake I think I did is not using the fiery form before. Not only, of course, does it reduce the damage we take, on the other hand, it deals damage to all enemies around us. We died, but we took down a couple of them. And now we are at the point, I assume, we are going to die a couple of times more, since we currently don't have any inoculator refill. Oh well, yes, we do. 1 inoculator remains and nothing there. Okay, not going to engage a plague ridden as of yet. And let's see what we actually have here.
They were seekers of power and truth. So many of them came here, like insects drawn to flames, only to end up as waste husks.
The remains of the Savant's expedition. But I am an Inquisitor. I will not fail.
You are not allowed to fail. Just yet. You have the vivid, breathing key to the prophecy.
Okay, whatever you say, baby. So I have the feeling that the fiery form is not the ideal thing to deal with all those guys. Okay, warp spiders down. And let's then focus. If they're not calling down there, okay, these guys then, okay, we made it. Okay, good. A little bit of an inoculator refill, of course, would be amazing. What is a little tinsy bit off, I think, not complaining here, don't get me wrong, is of course that we don't have that we don't really have many inoculator refills in this mission. That is something I don't like. I will die.
Can you feel it? Like a vast, terrible heart of anticipation. Your battle awaits.
You let me fight your own kind, but you refuse to participate.
I walk a more elusive path. The council might see me as almost as alien as you do, but I will not fight. I was not referring to that battle.
Okay, I am so sorry. I think this is not the best gameplay going to come up, but in the end, this is the only thing I can do. I could, of course, search for more inoculators, but in the end, until then, this is the only thing I can do. Let's try to take them down one by one. Maybe that is going to work out. At least the big dude is not regenerating, and we should try to focus on him for as long as I can. And if this guy is down, that through his heavy armor is going, of course, to help us out immensely. It is going well. Only 500 HP remain. He's down. And the rest of them, of course, are doing damage. Okay, good. And at least for this small part of this mission, this should be the last bit, since they are all down. Oh, not all. That is what I want to say, I'm sorry. The big guys are down. That is the good part. The nasty ones are taken out. I should think about, I think, going after the medical supply. Unless, of course, there is another. Damn it, this was a huge ass mistake. Trying to deal a lot of damage to him, bringing him down to nearly to 1,000 HP. Nice. Maybe down, okay, not exactly down to 10,000. A few more deaths coming up. I think warp spiders and the big knight there tend to pose a little bit of problems. Yes, come to me, please. Don't bother at all. And before dying, killing this guy might help out if we are going to make it. 5,000 HP remain. Coming down to 4, 3, 2. At least if we bring down to 1,000, that helped out. That might help out. Okay, and he dies. And the level up there came amazingly at the right spot. Not always the case, of course. Not always the case. But if it works out like that, I accept it, obviously. I've ever seen one chest before, and why don't we just take those guys here with us?
I've been wondering for a while how this relic could have survived for countless millennia. But now I know.
Analysis. Impenetrable energy field. Signature identical to the force field protecting the status chamber of the Martyr.
That barrier needed to be deactivated by a specific key.
Theory. The powers of the Alpha subject might interact with the field.
Inquisitor, you have incoming.
Okay, another battle coming up. Survive the attack of the remaining Eldar. I hope that we can actually die here with only 2 nucleators remaining. We don't stand too much of a chance, especially with the warp prism up there. But maybe not too many enemies remain. That's neat. Wind Rider, please come back. Don't retreat. Don't be a tart. So obviously standing still is not an option. And okay, get out of there. One more shot and he might take... At least with the big gun, he might instantly take us down. But I hope we see it. We would see it powering up actually, like that. Okay, that was of course a dicey hit, and no mission done yet, so we can easily bring him down then. And these guys as well. And now we focus on the warp prison and mission done. Nice. Except, I mean, I need to stand still to fire this wonderful weapon. And I try to do as much damage to him as I can. And even if we die with the next attack, we will bring him down. 3,984 HP remaining, which we definitely are going to make, because I think before that he had over 10,000. So the last remaining HP, we are going to get rid of him in maybe not instantly, but quickly, I hope. Although this shot does a lot of damage. but like that, there shall be no problem at all. Okay, that should be it. And now we probably are going to have a little bit of a conversation.
Sergeant, I need the Alpha Pariah. Send her to me.
Allow me to join the fight, Inquisitor.
Anything could happen to us here, Thorn. Anything. If I do not make it back, you must deliver all my findings to the Conclave.
Affirmative.
Are you serious, Inquisitor? I feel a resonance with this thing, but none of us know what will happen if I step closer.
I give you an artifact from the dawn of the universe, the key that might unlock your true potential, and suddenly you're afraid?
I was only making an observation in the light of my recent ordeals. I hope you don't expect me to apologize.
My expectations are irrelevant. My orders matter, however.
If this is indeed my legacy, you can expect a heartfelt apology from me.
We will discuss your impertinence later. Now, proceed.
Bravo! What a fabulous performance. Inquisitor, my only remaining part in this play is to take the Alpha Pariah with me and let the curtain fall.
I knew that I couldn't trust you. You have manipulated me, Eldar.
I have merely woven all the threads together, twinning the fate of the Tauthal Eldari and yourself, Inquisitor, until you all made this moment happen together.
I have warned you once. Playing games with an Inquisitor is dangerous, even for your kind.
This is not a game, human. The Anathema Ultima must be adorned with the crown of emptiness. Only then will she enter the Immaterium to fulfill a destiny both frightening and majestic.
I suspect that you have other plans for her.
The Anathema Ultima is the brightest glimmer of hope for us. For the Inari, this is inevitable.
Oh, 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 oh! The next bigger battle coming up. Let's see how much damage he can do to us. With no inoculators remaining, there might be not much. Okay, we, I think, can do that. Although she has a... I know one thing, guys. This is a boring fight. But, well, what shall we do? And I think we should be able to actually make it.
I was expecting at least some assistance from you.
It was your battle to fight, not mine.
And now you talk like the Harlequin. How are you feeling?
It is difficult to explain. My will is... It is a barbed, poisonous thing. And it is also smooth and cold as obsidian. And it is a weapon, and a key, and the tincture that heals the black wound on the world.
I don't like this. The Magos will take a look at you on the ship.
And that, guys, right now brings us already, sadly enough, to the end of this episode. And you know it, I, as usual, really thank you for watching. No, thank you for watching. If you guys actually do have enjoyed this episode, please give me a little teensy thumbs up and subscribe after this animation. And hopefully I'll see you in the next episode. Until then,
to bring forth the prophecy that was foretold at the dawn of the galaxy. The Alpha Pariah shall be adorned by the crown of emptiness, and destroy the Dark Nexus by sailing into the Empyrean.
Very poetic, also fundamentally wrong. The Dark Nexus is not our priority here. Fabius Bile is one of the most abhorrent adversaries of the Empyrean. We shall attack his hideout. I have traveled here on the Martyr, now properly purged and blessed, with the zealots of my order on board. It should be a sufficient force.
So very hereticous of you. May I remind you that Bile's Starfort is inconveniently close to the most terrible warp anomaly ever seen in this sector?
Then use this Alpha Pariah to destroy Bile. That's where her true capabilities lie, don't they? Before we deal with the Dark Nexus, we have to eliminate the Primogenitor.
I must object. We simply cannot allow the Alpha Pariah to get close to Bile. That traitor played a huge part in her creation. What if he seizes control of her? Use her to obliterate the Dark Nexus, which is also the source of Bile's power. Then we will deal with the Primogenitor on our own.
You know the Alpha Pariah the best, Inquisitor. I think you should have your say before I chime in.
Okay, the next choice. The Alpha Pariah is our weapon against chaos, and it would be a waste not to employ her powers against Bile. First, she can destroy the Dark Nexus. Afterwards, theoretical decision, I think we should send the Alpha Pariah into the Dark Nexus first, which threatens the entire sector and probably empowers Bile's experiment, but I go with this one.
It is most unfortunate, but I must respectfully disagree with your decision, Inquisitor. It seems we have reached an impasse. And honestly, this is her fate we are talking about. This should be her decision. Whatever action the Alpha Pariah takes, it will have colossal consequences. I simply don't have a say in this matter.
Nonsense! We are Inquisitors. We rule over life and death for the sake of the Imperium.
Inquisitor Mercer, I really appreciate your concerns. Inquisitor Crabart, I even see your point. But I made my decision a long time ago. I will follow the prophecy. But first, I will kill Fabius Bile. I have seen some of my unsuccessful iterations in Uther's laboratory. The cursed handiworks of Bile. I have to stop him and end this cycle of suffering and pain. I want to destroy that worm. On one condition.
What would that be?
You, Inquisitor, will accompany me, and we will face Fabius Bile together.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Okay. We have a new level, that is good. The final journey of the Martyr, the Viscerum Prophecy. I've managed to find the Crown of Emptiness, the ancient artifact that will help the Alpha Pariah control and channel her unique abilities. I also had to fight and eliminate the Elder Harlequin, who assisted me throughout all the way, only to capture the Alpha Pariah with the artifact. She was on Yanni, I pronounced it wrong, I know, when working on the resurrection of the dead god and considered the Alpha Pariah an asset to archive her goals. Alright, and that, guys, finally leads us to the end of this episode, and I hope you have a nice time, and I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, have a nice day, stay frosty, bye.